Hello. So today I wanted to go live, which I do at least once a week. Um, I want to talk about getting out of your own way because many times the obstacles, the perceived obstacles that we have in our life, the perceived failures that we have in our life, the perceived opportunities that we have in our life, we we block ourselves unconsciously. And 95% of the time, we are operating unconsciously. And these are all based on our beliefs, but in our patterns as well. So, how are you standing in the way, in your own way? Because the 5%, the conscious part of you, is already thriving, is already succeeding, is already manifesting. So, how can you flip that to be 95% conscious and 5% unconscious? It's all about doing the work, aligning with your true self, aligning with who you and who God, Source, the Creator, the universe made you to be. So, how are you getting in your own way? Is it through excuses? Because gosh, there's so many of those. Is it blaming things outside of yourself? Because there's a lot of that going on too. Or are you just stuck in a deep, dark pit and you can't see a way out? But here's the thing, you dug yourself into that pit slowly. It's like the frog in the boiling water analogy. Slowly, eventually realizes, "Oh my god, it's so hot, and how do I get out of this?" Well, and I don't wanna say it's ever too late. The frog can jump at any time. You can jump at any time. You can choose at any time because if you're not choosing the very best for yourself, that is a choice. And life is all about a series of choices. And there is no straight line because, the ego has this plan for your life. Oh, it's supposed to go like this. But let me tell you, that's not life and that's not God's plan. Scribble, scribble here, there, going up, going down, all over. Are you there for the ride? Or are you expecting everything to be smooth and never have any problems? Because problems are opportunities that you get to solve. Now, when we have problems, sure, most of the time we are able to, I want to say, do I say figure it out or align with the best solution? However, there are other times in our life where we need help. And if you're just looking for attention and not taking people's help, people's guidance, people's suggestions, then you're not really asking for help. You're just chasing your tail in a way and looking for, like I said, attention. You're basically just venting or dumping, which is fine. You need to ask for that first. If you're able to do that with somebody so that they're prepared for whatever's coming. And it's as easy as asking, I'm going through some rough stuff right now and some challenges. Am I able to share that with you? Are you okay if I share that with you? Are you energetically prepared if I share this with you? And you can also say, I am looking for help, for suggestions, for anything you've got for me. Or you could say, I just want someone to listen to me. That's it. That's it. Hi, Diane. Nice to see you. Um, yeah. So Like I said, we all have problems, and our ego expectation is that we have no problems. Well, that's a bunch of BS, first and foremost. So, what are you listening to? The problems, if we flip the perspective, because it's all about the perception and what we see, if we get past all those filters and then go back into who we truly are, is an opportunity. So, what opportunities are you letting slip through your fingers? What solutions are you letting slip through your fingers? Because you're too proud, there's pride, there's guilt, there's shame, there's blame, there's victim consciousness. The time for victim consciousness is done, is over. We are rising. And I know that there's a lot of folks coming on board through the dark night of the soul, having their spiritual awakening, or they've been doing it for a long time and they're guiding others. That's why I wanted to come online to let you know you're not alone. We're here to support you. You just have to ask. If you don't ask, you don't get. So don't say, I have all these problems. And then somebody will ask, well, did you ask for help? And you're like, no. Hello. You're holding the bags, the goodies. Like these are all my crystals. I carry all of these crystals with me. I've got, all of the chakras, like the turquoise and the rose quartz for all the seven chakras. And then I've got my crystal quartz, which clears them all. It's a clearer, an energetic clear for everything. Um, it's kind of like your one and done type of crystal. Um, it really is just about the energy and what are you putting out into the world. Because if you're feeding into the fear program, and we can catch ourselves, right? That's a collective consciousness. Or are you going towards love, towards peace, towards joy, towards abundance? I mean, that's really who you are at a soul level. You're all of those things. And you're a perfect child of God. How does that feel? How does that sit with you? If you have a trigger or you're like, oh, I don't believe, or, my childhood was ruined because Catholic upbringing, whatever that is, there was an abuse, please heal that trauma. And I believe in all religions, all forms of being on the path. There is no right or wrong. Let's not live in those states either, because you're playing from ego. And now I'm not saying ego is the enemy, but the ego doesn't sit here anymore. The ego is here because that's a mask. No more masks. Take it off. There's nothing wrong with you. You're beautiful just the way you are. And there are people here to support you, not out to get you. We don't need to collect more things. Have you ever seen a U-Haul behind a hearse? Are you going to be buried with your stuff and your money? That is old, archaic. We're cutting all of that away. We know better, so we're going to do better. And yeah, there is some things that are based in tradition, but not everything has to be. And we are doing things in new ways. Just seen a beautiful bird cross here. So that's a nice sign from spirit. Thank you. Um, and pay attention to those signs from spirit. And the only way you can is to get quiet, meditate, spend time with yourself, take care of yourself, self care, self love. Find those moments of spaciousness. Because if you're busy, 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 oh, you're never going to get sign from spirit. Let me tell you that right now. So just know that there is a support system. It's all part of the grid. It's all part of that golden age of Aquarius where we're doing the old is crumbling. You're seeing it everywhere and in some disparaging ways. But know that the new is coming in because we cannot build on rubbish, on garbage, on trash, on wounds, on trauma. It all needs to crumble and fall away, and then we can build on something that is sustainable, attainable, and beautiful in community because there is no Unity without community, and we're all doing this together. We're all walking ourselves home together. Because if you're ultra independent, you're going to come against so many roadblocks, so many, chasing the tail in a way. You keep coming around. Why do I keep coming to this? Because you haven't addressed it. So it'll keep smacking you in the face or upside the head, however you like to learn, until you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to be honest with myself. I did not deal with this. I bypassed it spiritually, and spirit has gracefully brought it to me again for me to look at and go, okay, I'm just going to get real with myself. I have been avoiding it. I have been ignoring it. I have been putting my head in the sand because I didn't want to go there. Well, you need to go there in order to grow there. Go there to grow there. You can and you will get through it. I have met so many challenges in my life, but these are like superb opportunities for growth and for healing. So please go there. I don't know about you, but I don't want to come back. I don't want to reincarnate and do the same thing over again. Do you? So that's my question. Get out of your own way. How are you blocking your spiritual growth? And it has always been spirituality first. And what is spirituality? Well, it's different things to different people. However, it's a collective love. It's a collective knowing. It's a collective energetic being, not doing. We're not human doings, we're human beings. And we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And this 3D world is heavy. So, how are you energetically taking care of yourself? I have an empath quiz, and I've seen quite a few come in, and I can see where people are struggling. And definitely self care, boundaries, and energy are the top three. Self care, boundaries, and energy. Anybody else struggling with that? Let me know below. Maybe you'd like a link to that empath quiz. I also offer a 20-minute complimentary soul session. So you'll know what it's like to work with me, because I work with people who want to do the work, who are invested, mind, body, and spirit, not full of excuses and not tire kickers. And I operate in with online courses, with workshops, with a 12-week, 6-month, and 1-year mentorships, because sustained change and healing comes through guidance and mentorship. I don't tell you what to do because there's a lot of people telling you what to do. I am merely a guide and show you this is how Christine started in 2017. And I will guide and lead and show you the way. And you will start to unravel how intuitive you already are, where your strengths are, and how to accelerate on your gifts, talents, and abilities and start stepping into who you truly are and always have been. Because that's why I do the work that I do. Because somebody believed in me in 2017, and I want to believe in you. Are you going to grab the golden ticket and believe in yourself? I'd love to know more. Take care.